Hello and welcome to the Albuquerque 737 Experience. I'm Jamie and we're coming to you from Albuquerque, New Mexico, where it was an unnecessary 105 degrees today. We've had a huge rise in subscribers, almost up to 50 now, which I understand is nothing near our, million subscriber friends up there. But I'm starting to gain a little momentum here, and I appreciate everybody that subscribed to the channel. I will do my very best to keep you up to speed and keep you entertained. For those of you who don't have access to the Facebook page, I made an announcement a week ago that I ordered the main instrument panel structure. So this is going to include the CDU bay and the glare shield, because I'm tired of it looking so naked back there. So I've been going back and forth in emails with Peter from Flight Deck Solutions. There's a lot of different options you can choose for this, so we've had to go through several details, and it's been a little time consuming. Just a fact of building a sim you're going to have to get used to is that it just takes a lot of time. So for those of you who don't know the Flight Deck Solutions product so well, there's two tiers that they use. There's the MX and the MX Pro. Now their MX series is meant for people who are trying to keep their sim within a decent budget. So it uses more cost-effective parts and I don't want to say take shortcuts, but uses options that are going to keep the cost down while giving you as good as they can realism. The MX Pro, on the other hand, is their more expensive line. This is their Pro series so that you can expect more authenticity. Like, for example, they will use real aircraft bulbs to light their integrated backlighting versus the MX series, which is going to use LEDs. Several of the gauges are functional in the Pro model versus the MX model where they are just aesthetically pleasing. So this is something you have to discuss with them, and it's kind of a process because when you buy your first section, it dictates which sections you're going to be able to buy for the overhead and the pedestal, and they want to make sure that you understand the cost commitment. And I really appreciate the fact that they take the time to make sure that you understand fully what you're committing to. So hopefully in the next week or two, we'll get that all finalized and they'll start the build for that. But that leaves us with about an 8-week gap or so. So what are we going to do with that time? Well, I decided to make this video, which talks about some of the software that I'm using. And I'm also going to come up with a couple of ideas and share them with you after the video. I have a couple of things to run past you and see what you think. So today's video is episode 6, and it's going to be on Ground Services X. It's made by FS Dream Team, and it comes in at $34 American. This is an add-on that makes your airport experience far more realistic. Things like loading passengers, worrying about fuel, bringing on concessions for the passengers. When you land in an airport, it can provide you with a follow-me truck. It helps you decide which gate to go to. It just makes your entire, while not in the air experience, far more realistic. So without further ado, let's get into it. Here is GSX. All right, well, welcome to smoggy Los Angeles, California. This program requires you to be in a designated parking spot with the parking brake on and the engine shut down to work. So I had to do a little searching to find a parking spot that was not obstructed by buildings and jetways and things so that I could show you the details of this program. You would not believe how much time I wasted doing that. So today we're going to be using the PMDG 737-800 as our guinea pig. I've already got it shut down and I've got ground power attached to it. You're going to need that so that you can operate the doors. It's going to require you to do that. So without further ado, let's see what this program does.
All right, to activate the menu on this one, you're going to press Control F12. That'll bring this little guy up. Here you can choose from any of the different services that this program offers. I'm just going to take you on a quick little walkthrough of some of the highlights of some of the things that are going on here. You could easily waste an hour going through every detail on this. So let's go ahead and start with catering. So the catering trucks, when you select it on the menu, will appear somewhere in the airport and they'll cruise over here. Sometimes that can take a couple minutes. Once they're in place, they'll go ahead and do this. They'll ask you to open up your doors. You need to do that whichever way your aircraft requires. So for PMDG, you can just use your CDU. You don't have to open up the overwing exits. I'm just button happy today, apparently. So we'll close those. The attention to detail is pretty good here. Notice that as they enter the airplane, he kind of ducks down not to hit his head. That's really cool. And on the way back out, same thing. They kind of duck before they come out. And they'll do this several times, and it could take several minutes, so we'll just kind of skip ahead. Once they're done, they'll go ahead and retract all of their bridges, and they'll ask you to shut your doors. They'll go back into their positions, and then they will drive off. So when you activate the fuel truck, he'll appear in the airport somewhere and drive on over. This little guy will crawl on the side and hook up the fuel line to the wing there. It'll ask you to use whatever fuel system your plane has. So for PMDG, you have to use your CDU, and it'll show you how much that they gave you there on the side of the truck. Once he's done, he'll disengage, he'll close the doors, and then they'll go ahead and drive away. So when you select boarding, you're going to have the baggage loaders come over here, and their conveyors will get into place, and they'll start loading up the luggage. On the opposite side, you'll have the ladder trucks come up. If you're on a ramp, then you'll have the little bus come by to simulate bringing passengers out. If you're at a jetway, that won't be there. So when you select that you're ready for pushback, it'll ask if you want to start your engines before the pushback or during the pushback. Select whatever you like. Depending whether you're on a ramp or a jetway, you just have to pick what's most appropriate for you. Once it goes through all its deals here, you'll actually see the marshal come over and hook up the tow bar, and then he'll start to push you back. He will walk with you. Frame rates are terrible for my screenshot program. I'm going to have to work on that. It doesn't look this jumpy when I'm doing it, just for fun. So you'll have to give me a little leeway on that one. So this is something I think is going to be a really cool feature once I have the physical cockpit up and running, and that's being able to look outside of your windows and see this guy just kind of cruising with your plane. So you can kind of get a feel for it by looking at it through the virtual cockpit here, but once that's out of the way and you're looking out of an actual window, I think that's going to be a really, really cool add-on. Now once you're done with the pushback, you'll see the ground crew go over there and release the pin and go ahead and actually pull the tow bar away. Once the tractor is clear and everything's good to go, he'll give you the little wave like that, and then you are free to go, and he'll just kind of walk away. So once you land, you're given the option to choose taxi to a specific gate. It'll let you know which gates are occupied and when they'll be available, or which ones are available now. You also have the option to request a follow me truck. Apologies for the frame rate. Something about my screen capture program is acting up today. But I wanted to get this video up, so you're just going to have to kind of deal with jumpy pictures for a minute. So I wasn't able to get a really good picture or video of the arrival process because it was just so choppy and something's just off. I'll figure it out before the next video. But this is a picture of what it looks like for the marshal. He'll actually, wave you in. He'll direct you left and right. It looks pretty realistic, and I think it's going to look amazing once we're inside the physical cockpit.
So there's a quick look at GSX. Not for everybody, but if you're looking for a little bit of extra realism for not a lot of money, it's definitely a good add-on to pick up. Definitely recommend it. So what are we going to do with this channel? Well, while I'm waiting for parts, I want to do a couple of kind of side projects, if you will. They're all going to be on this channel. I'm working on a video where I sat my wife down and videotaped her reviewing some of the parts that I've already done in some of the other videos. She knows nothing about aviation, so it's going to be just ridiculous. I think you'll enjoy. So far, what I've seen, extremely funny. The other thing I want to do is I think I'm going to start a learning center. So a series of videos on this channel that take it from video one will be about the principles of flight, just discussing lift, drag, thrust, and gravity, and from there kind of moving up. will be helpful to people who don't know much about flight and they want to get into it, and it'll be a good way to kind of keep the channel alive while we're waiting for parts to come in. So please check out the Facebook page. If you could like and follow that, that'd be awesome. If you know anybody that's into this, please introduce them to the page and see if we can get some more subscribers. You may have noticed I got a groovy new t-shirt here. Had these made up for my wife and I. Things are kind of coming to life. I'm really excited about the future of this. So stay with me, and I will try to get another video out in the next couple of weeks. Also, I was thinking about maybe doing a question and answer video. So if you guys have any questions you'd like to ask, I would be more than happy to kind of bring you into my world and show you what I'm doing and tell you about anything you want to know about. So until next time, from Lava Hot, Albuquerque, New Mexico, I'm Jamie, and thank you for watching the Albuquerque 737 Experience.